What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Everybody, y'all didn't know what it is. Your boy Missing Domino bringing you some more Destiny gameplay. So let's get into it. I was trying to decide what it was that I wanted to use, and I was like, you know what? I feel like going old school. Let's get back to year one, and let's use the Murmur, which is a fusion rifle from year one. I mean, you can still get it. It's a quest legendary weapon, and
Stick together, team.
really I was just curious why they didn't bring this back, because this thing is a beast. Like, cold-heartedly, this thing is one of the nastiest fusion rifles you can come across, and nobody's using it. Nobody really liked it. It really never saw any gameplay, like even in year one. And I'm gonna show you guys its perks and stuff like that after this game, and then I'm gonna play another game. And it really is something to really just get into. I really love this gun. Like, it is super fun, and this thing is an absolute monster. It is the only gun in the game that allows you to choose between archetype damage. Now, everybody knows elemental damage is in the game. Year one had normal primaries and secondaries. Trials weapons were the year one weapons that had elemental damage. All secondary weapons and heavy weapons have elemental damage as well. Everybody knows that. Year two, they took out elemental damage from primary weapons, and I'm not exactly 100% sure why, but sure, fine, whatever. And then year three, they brought it back, but they made it to where primary weapons, the raid primary weapons, are elemental damage, but they're exotics. That's the downside to them. And you know, it kind of sucks, because every elemental damage gun in the game, excluding this one, is set in stone. You're either gonna do fire damage, you're gonna do arc damage, or you're gonna do void damage. There's no in between. But with the Murmur, you can choose to do in between arc damage or solar damage. And what's really interesting about it is the gun stats change depending on which one it is that you choose to do. Like, so I have it to where it's on arc damage, and arc damage gives it a faster charge rate but less impact and a faster reload time. Solar gives it more impact but a slower charge rate. So you can choose and flex between which ones you want to use, and depending on what kind of fusion rifle you're really looking for. If you're looking for a fast shooter, you go arc. If you're looking for a slow shooter but a heavy damage, you go solar. And like, this is the only only gun in the game that does that. And it's like, I'm not sure why. It was a great idea. This gun was an absolute great idea, and they never replicated it. Like, not only did they never replicate it, but they never brought the gun in the year 3 to current light level. And me personally, I never understood why. It's honestly a really great fusion rifle. Like, a really great fusion rifle. I have a blast playing with this, and no one uses it. And like I said, I'm not 100% sure on why not. Like, why don't people use this? A lot of people don't use, well, now, when I say a lot of people don't use it, I refer to back when it was a popular gun and it was the light level that was, you know, recommended. But it's a blast. People don't use it now because a lot of people don't know about it. A lot of people have never even heard of it, and a lot of people don't want to use it because it drops your light level. Like, mine's not fully leveled up and it's only like 158 compared to a 400, you know, so it drops your light level down very, very low. And like I said, I understand, you know, light level means a lot to people in this game, but to me it's just, it doesn't matter. Like, if I could, I would take my year 1 messenger and my murmur in Trials of Osiris and have a blast while doing it. Like, that's what I do in the very next game. I put my I keep my murmur on, and I take my Lord High Fixer off, and I put the messenger, or it might have been the summoner, I don't know. Today was a year 1 day where I was using year 1 weapons, and when it came to special weapons, I stayed with the murmur, but when it came to primary weapons, I flexed between the summoner, which is the Trials of Osiris, it's the Trials of Osiris weapon, but I kept my normal one and my flawless one, which has void damage, and I kept my Messenger Adept, which is also a year 1's Trials weapon. I kept my flawless one that has void damage on it as well, or the summoner might have solar damage. I don't even remember anymore. It's been so long since I used them because I was using a normal one today, because solar, like, elemental damage plays no difference in Crucible. It doesn't matter if you're doing Soid, solar, void, or kinetic damage. Like, they all do the exact same in Crucible, and I mean, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. I think it would be pretty cool if they made it. I know this is, you know, the end of Destiny. Destiny 2 is going to be coming out soon, but I said this a long time ago. If they made it to where elemental damage affected Crucible, let's say you have someone who's running a striker, obviously that's arc. If he was using an arc weapon, it would do more damage to him, like more damage to his shield and things of that nature. Or if someone was using a Night Stalker class, void weapons would do more damage to their shield, not to their health, but to their shield, because, you know, 2/3 of that bar is your shield and not your health. Only the last third of that bar is your health, all the rest is shield. You know, if they made it like that, like, it would make so many more things different, and it would force people to use different things, or they would just stockpile up. Like, you know, if I was like right now I'm running an arc class, if they made it to where it was like, okay, well, you can get a paladron in arc, or you can get it in void, but you can't get it in solar, you know, when they go up against a solar class, that person can change it up, and either that person's gonna stick with doing normal damage, or he's gonna swap to a gun that is that archetype to do more damage to that character's shield. And like I said, in my eyes, that's an amazing idea. Like, I truly think that is a really good idea, and it would be really cool if they implemented that into Destiny 2. But in Destiny 2 they already have it, and it's already been confirmed that your secondary weapon, which is your secondary primary weapon with elemental damage, does more damage to Guardian shield than a kinetic weapon, which is, it's close enough to what I'm talking about. But in Destiny 2 they have it to where they all do the same thing. Void Arc and Solar all do the exact same thing. And that wasn't a wasted Fist of Havoc. I used it because it was either going to kill him or it was going to destroy his tether, which, you know, would have left me able to get the kill, which is what happened. But yeah, interesting enough, they made that a thing in Destiny 2, and I really like that. But if they defined it just a little bit more, to make it to where, you know, the archetype and the subclass makes a difference, it would be absolutely outstanding. Like, in my eyes, that will be absolutely amazing. And like pretty much everything I want Bungie to do would be like a dream come true for me from Bungie. But like I said, that's just my opinion on it. Everybody has their own suggestions. Everybody thinks one thing, everybody thinks another. It happens, but that's just in my personal opinion. Now back to the murmur. This is the end of the first part of the video, the first half, and this is where I'm going to show you guys the murmur. I did pretty decent that game. I wasn't like unbelievably good, but I did pretty decent. I went 27-9. You know, alright. You see my light level is already 370, and that's with a 400 light level primary. Now look, you see it has arc damage and solar. You see that? The impact and range go up on solar, but it loses charge rate and reload speed. Like, that's crazy. That's just the extra stuff. It has knee pads and I can't remember what the other perk's called, but whenever you get a kill with it, it reduces your cooldown on your grenades and your melees. I think it's called like Army of One or something like that. But this is the summoner. That's what I was using. I was using the summoner, not the messenger. And well, in this one, but the summoner in year 1, year 2, the summoner used to be my favorite auto rifle of all times, hands down. That was it. That was the baby. That was the beast that I ran with. I have plenty of videos with it. Like, if you go and look at my earliest videos dating back over a year ago in Destiny, you'll see that I use the summoner all the time. I used it with a sidearm, I used it with a sniper, I used it with a shotgun. It was just an all-around weapon that I could do well with, and I really liked it. It has good stability, good damage, good range. Like, it was just all in all a great weapon. And it bothers me. Like, it's really bothersome that they made it to where it's only a year 1 exclusive. Like, you can no longer get this. And I think with them bringing all the raids and stuff back, it would be nothing for them to bring the summoner and the messenger and the scorcher back. Like, all of that would be great. Even if they made them exotics, it would be great. But you see, most of my kills are coming. Wow, nice English, Indomitable. But it's coming from, you know, the murmur. And some of these people, like, they invited me to their party chats, and they were like, dude, what the hell is that? What kind of fusion rifle is that? Where did you get that at? And then I explained it to them, and it was like, yo, like, I had one and I dismantled it because I thought it was trash because it couldn't go up to 400 light level. But it is so good, and I've kept it all this time for this exact reason. Because there's days where I'm like, you know what, I want to go year 1 and I want to have fun. I want to use weapons that most people don't even know exist anymore. And sure enough, you know, I can pour stuff like this out and just go on a rampage. And that's one thing that I really truly love about this weapon. And it's, like I said, to me, it's absolutely amazing. Like, if it was made year 3, I'd use it. But this it's a complete monster. What I should have done was I should have put the solar on, so that way you guys could get an accurate read of the difference, and like you could actually see what the difference between the two are. But at the time I wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't thinking about making a video. Like, I was just like, you know what, the murmur sounds fun, let's use it today. And this is the outcome of it. I did stream a little bit of it. I'm starting to pick up on my streaming a little bit more, but lately I've been kind of busy, you know, work, life, yada yada, things of that nature, all that good fun stuff that do completely juke me, but then got wrecked right there. Like, oh man, I had to just one time I had to put one emote in there because that was just so dirty. He missed the soda charge, managed to punch me, taking me way below half health, and then, you know, like I jump, turn on him, and melt him mid-air, and I felt that deserved an emote. Like, that was a really good play. But yeah, in this game I put up over 20 kills, I get less than 10 deaths, and I all in all have a blast. You saw how this thing melted them? Like, could you imagine running into something this good in trials? Like, if they brought back some of their year 1 weapons, it would completely, in my opinion, shift some of the meta. Now, I knew this dude was gonna self-res. That's why I was sitting there looking at him. I was sitting there staring at him. I was like, I know you're gonna self-res. And then as soon as I heard him do it, I was like, oh yeah, I got you. Like, you idiot. I knew you were gonna do that. And so it all played out perfectly. And yeah, I bet you at that given moment, as soon as he saw me cut back towards him, he was like, this is where I effed up. Like, this is where mistakes were made. But yeah, I can't wait for Destiny 2 to come out. I know I keep changing the topic. I'm sorry guys, I ramble on about different things, and then like different stuff pops up in my mind. I'm like, oh well, this would be cool, then this would be cool, then this would be cool. And sometimes, a lot of the times, I fall off topic. I really do. But I'm just been having a great time for this. I really can't wait for Destiny 2 to come out, although I am gonna miss fusion rifling people's faces off without having to have to pick up heavy, or, you know, sniping somebody's face through the back of their head. You know, I'm gonna miss those kind of things. And one thing I will say though, I'm not gonna miss is shotguns. I'm not gonna miss shotguns, and I'm not gonna miss sticky nades. I'm so glad that they made them to where they don't one hit kill you, but I still think they should take some of the traction off, because I put myself in a bad position there. But I think they should take the tracking off, so that way when you're around the corner, the freaking thing doesn't just be like, oh, you're around the doorway, huh? Well, I'm just gonna stick you anyway. It's like it turns 180 degrees and sticks your shoulder, and you're like, how? I really wish they would turn that down. But you know, the beta should be coming out within a month, a couple weeks, and you know, hopefully enough people give their feedback on that, and hopefully they do something about it. But it's Bungie, we never really know what they're gonna do, but I can always hope and pray. But this video is gonna be coming to an end soon. It's only got like 3 minutes left in it. I think I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy the rest of the video without having to listen to me ramble on between Destiny 2, the Murmur, and my favorite auto rifle in the game. And you know, just enjoy the gameplay of it. But you guys already know who it is. You already know what to do. It's your boy Mr. Indomitable Wild. Everybody have a fantastic day. Hit that like button if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. Destiny gameplay like this. I already have Destiny 2 pre-ordered, so when the beta comes out, I will be making videos and I will be live streaming and all the good shenanigans that come with it. I know my aim was accurate. My accuracy was just pitiful right there. You gotta excuse that. But like I said, hit that like button if you like, hit that subscribe if you want to see more. Everybody have a fantastic day. It's your boy Mr. Indomitable out.
Brutal tactics, Guardian. Such combat stirs my blood.
Guardian down.